Before Long John Silver, the popular image of a pirate was far from the charismatic rogue we imagined. It was this cunning, peg-legged cook, not real-life buccaneers, who truly forged the enduring archetype of piracy in our minds. Welcome, adventurers, to a journey into the heart of piratical lore. Today, we sail the treacherous waters of literary history to uncover the profound impact of one legendary character, Long John Silver. More than just a peg-legged rogue, Silver didn't just join the pantheon of pirates, he redefined the very archetype. From the brutal realities of the Golden Age to the swashbuckling heroes and villains of fiction, Silver stands as a pivotal figure, a bridge between myth and human complexity. Let's delve into how one man's creation dramatically shaped our understanding of buccaneers. Before Stevenson, real pirates were far from the romanticized figures we often imagine. The pirates of the 17th and early 18th centuries, like the infamous Blackbeard or Captain Kidd, were ruthless criminals. Their lives were harsh, driven by desperation, greed, and survival. They preyed on merchant ships, their actions marked by violence, plunder, and often horrific cruelty. There were no charming rogues, only desperate men operating outside the law, their legacy defined by fear, not romantic adventure. The true Golden Age of Piracy spanned roughly from the late 17th to the early 18th century. This era saw the rise of legendary figures like Bartholomew Roberts, Charles Vane, and Mary Read. While their exploits often involved daring escapes and immense hauls, their lives were short and brutal. Most met their end by the gallows or in fierce naval combat. This period solidified the image of the pirate as a formidable, if fearsome, adversary, sowing the seeds for future fictional interpretations, but still rooted in a violent reality. While pirates captured public imagination, early literary depictions often lacked the depth we'd later see. They were typically straightforward villains, often stock characters serving as antagonists for heroic naval officers or adventurous protagonists. These early pirates were largely two-dimensional, embodying simple greed or malice. They were a threat to be overcome, not complex individuals with inner lives. The concept of a morally ambiguous pirate, or one with a captivating personality, was largely absent from the pages of pre-Stevenson fiction. Then came Robert Louis Stevenson. Suffering from tuberculosis and confined indoors, he drew maps for his stepson, turning a simple children's game into the genesis of a literary masterpiece. Stevenson recognized the untapped potential in the pirate narrative. He sought to create a story that was thrilling and adventurous, but also grounded in a deeper understanding of human nature. His vivid imagination, combined with a keen eye for character, was about to transform the pirate from a caricature into a legend. In 1883, Treasure Island was published, first serialized as The Sea Cook in Young Folks magazine in 1881-82. It wasn't just another pirate story, it was the pirate story. Stevenson imbued his narrative with elements that would become iconic: treasure maps marked with an X, desert islands, and mutinous crews. But at its heart was something far more profound, a character who defied easy categorization, a character who would become the very embodiment of the pirate archetype, Long John Silver. Long John Silver makes his entrance as the seemingly benevolent cook aboard the Hispaniola. From his very first appearance, Silver is a master of disguise and deception. He's charismatic, articulate, and friendly, quickly befriending the young protagonist, Jim Hawkins. Yet beneath this genial facade lurks a calculating, ruthless leader of pirates, who ruthlessly orchestrated the mutiny. This duality immediately sets him apart from any pirate character that came before, establishing a new benchmark for complexity. Stevenson gifted Silver with instantly recognizable traits that would become quintessential pirate iconography. The peg leg, a relic of a naval injury, and the talking parrot, Captain Flint, perched on his shoulder, weren't just decorative elements. They were markers of his adventurous, dangerous life. These visual cues became so powerful that they soon transcended Silver, embedding themselves into the collective consciousness as the defining features of nearly every pirate that followed, from cartoons to grand cinematic epics.
What truly elevates Silver beyond previous pirate portrayals is his profound psychological depth. He's not just a villain driven by greed, he's a complex survivor, a master manipulator, and a charismatic leader. He genuinely seems to care for Jim, displaying moments of paternal affection even as he plots his demise. This moral ambiguity, this blend of good and evil within a single character, was revolutionary. It forced readers to confront the nuances of human nature, even within the context of a pirate story.
Silver's brilliance lies in his unparalleled ability to manipulate. He navigates the treacherous waters of loyalty and betrayal with ease, always keeping his true motives hidden until the opportune moment. He commands respect from his crew through a blend of charm, intimidation, and sheer force of will, making them believe he acts in their best interest, even as he primarily serves his own. This intellectual prowess, more than brute strength, defines his power and makes him a truly formidable adversary.
Stevenson's creation single-handedly shifted the pirate archetype. No longer could a writer simply present a flat, one-dimensional villain and expect readers to be captivated. Silver introduced the idea that a pirate could be a hero, a villain, and a tragic figure all at once. He made pirates interesting, sparking a fascination with their complex moral codes, their rebellions against society, and their pursuit of freedom, however violent. The pirate became a character worthy of study, not just condemnation.
The impact of Long John Silver reverberated throughout literature. Authors who followed found inspiration in his morally gray character, creating pirates who were often protagonists, or at least highly compelling antiheroes. From the villains of adventure novels to the protagonists of future pirate tales, the influence of Silver's complexity, his charm, and his capacity for both good and evil became a blueprint for crafting memorable and nuanced characters who sailed under the Jolly Roger.
As cinema emerged, Treasure Island was an obvious choice for adaptation. Early silent and sound films brought Silver to the silver screen, attempting to capture his essence. While these initial portrayals varied, they all grappled with the challenge of translating Stevenson's complex character into a visual medium. Actors like Charles Ogle in the 1920 silent film and Wallace Beery in the 1934 version sought to define the look and personality of the iconic Buccaneer, laying the groundwork for what was to come.
Wallace Beery's portrayal of Long John Silver in the 1934 film version of Treasure Island was a significant milestone. Beery brought a robust, grizzled charm to the role, emphasizing Silver's paternal relationship with Jim Hawkins while still hinting at his underlying treachery. His performance was critically acclaimed and set a strong precedent for the character's cinematic interpretation, cementing many visual and character elements that would become associated with Silver for decades to follow, making him a household name. Then, in 1950, came the definitive screen portrayal, Robert Newton in Disney's Treasure Island. Newton didn't just play Long John Silver, he became him. His exaggerated West Country accent, his booming "arr", his eye-rolling, and his theatrical swagger became the standard for every pirate in popular culture. Newton's performance was so impactful, so iconic, that it single-handedly codified the modern image and vocalizations of the pirate. It's almost impossible to imagine a pirate without hearing Newton's voice.
Robert Newton's Long John Silver created what can only be described as the Newton effect. His performance wasn't merely a depiction, it was a blueprint. Generations of actors, voiceover artists, and even theme park designers have since emulated his distinctive mannerisms, vocal quirks, and bombastic personality. The "ah" and the "shiver-me timbers" that we now associate with pirates largely derive from Newton's charismatic, over-the-top portrayal, making him the inadvertent inventor of modern pirate theatricality.
Walk into any Halloween store, watch any children's cartoon, or visit a pirate-themed attraction, and you'll encounter a litany of tropes directly attributable to Stevenson's Silver and Newton's performance. Eye patches, peg legs, parrots, treasure maps, and a certain distinctive way of speaking are all deeply ingrained. These elements, once specific to one character, have become the universal shorthand for pirate, illustrating the profound and lasting cultural impact of Long John Silver on the pirate archetype.
Beyond direct adaptations of Treasure Island, Long John Silver's shadow looms large over countless pirate narratives. Characters who exhibit a complex blend of villainy and charm, who serve as mentors or betrayers, or who possess a compelling moral ambiguity, often bear a spiritual resemblance to Stevenson's creation. From comics to video games, the idea of a pirate as more than just a plunderer, but as a psychologically intricate character, owes an immense debt to Silver.
Fast forward to the 21st century, and we see the archetype further refined with Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. While unique, Jack clearly stands on Silver's broad shoulders. His unpredictable morality, charismatic wit, and knack for survival, even through double-crossing, echoes Silver's genius. Jack isn't a simple hero or villain. He's a self-serving rogue with a surprising code of ethics, a direct descendant of the complex pirate model established by Long John Silver decades prior.
The TV series Black Sails, a prequel to Treasure Island, offered a grittier, more realistic look at the Golden Age of Piracy. Even here, the show delves deep into the motivations and complexities of characters like Captain Flint and John Silver, long before he acquired his famous pegleg. The show explores the political, economic, and moral struggles of pirates, demonstrating how Stevenson's original insight into character depth continues to resonate, even when portraying the brutal realities of the era.
The pirate archetype continues to evolve, constantly adapting to new cultural landscapes and storytelling demands. Yet every new iteration, whether a swashbuckling hero, a gritty anti-hero, or a fantastical rogue, carries a piece of Long John Silver. His blueprint for complexity, for a character who is both admired and feared, charismatic and cruel, ensures that the pirate remains one of fiction's most enduring and fascinating figures, forever challenging our perceptions of good and evil.
Why do we remain so captivated by pirates, and by Long John Silver in particular? Perhaps it's their embodiment of ultimate freedom, living outside societal rules, seeking fortune on the open sea. Or perhaps it's the thrill of the morally ambiguous, the challenge of empathizing with someone so undeniably dangerous, yet undeniably human. Silver taps into our deepest desires for adventure, rebellion, and the complex allure of the forbidden, making him truly timeless.
From a simple story map to a global icon, Long John Silver's journey is a testament to the power of character creation. He took a brutal reality and a two-dimensional villain and injected them with profound humanity, forever changing how we perceive pirates. His legacy endures in every pegleg, every parrot, and every morally gray scoundrel who sails the fictional seas. Long John Silver isn't just a character, he is the character, the heart and soul of the pirate archetype.